So without further hello everybody, my name is Kelsey. We're about to get very nerdy with a double unboxing. As you can see, today is a very special day because we have two Owlcrates to unbox. Our normal January box, but we also have a special edition which is for The Wicked King, the sequel to The Cruel Prince, which Owlcrate gave out last January. So they have a special edition box dedicated just to that book. Now, quick disclaimer, I have already opened these two boxes because I actually couldn't wait. And it would make it just so much faster now that I've opened them, just to like go through them really quickly since there are two. The first one I'm going to unbox is our normal, I am going to unbox our normal January one first, and then we will get to the special one. I'll talk a little bit more about that one when we get to it. I've already opened this one, I'm having trouble opening it, there we go. The January theme was magical artifacts, and this is the spoiler card that we got in it. It kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland a little bit, but more sinister. And obviously on the back is everything that is in the box. First thing we see is in this little white box that has Owlcrate on the front, and it is a very cute little bracelet. It is gold and it has kind of like thorns, and it looks very like woodsy when you put it on. It is also like adjustable, which is awesome because I have the smallest, like the actual smallest wrists, so I don't wear bracelets very often. But what I will say is, while it is bendable, it's really thin, so I would be super careful with it because if you bend it too many times, it's probably gonna break in half. But it's super dainty and very pretty, and it's just kind of like this fun little bangle that hangs out, and it's like super pretty, and you can wear it with like everything. And this absolutely gorgeous bangle is inspired by Smoke and Bone. The next thing that we get is this little wooden dagger that doubles as a letter opener, and this is from The Hobbit. Now this is absolutely gorgeous, and I love things that are like carved in wood, and it looks just like the dagger that I believe it's Bilbo Baggins has when he's in The Hobbit. There's some elvish going on. It's really pretty, and it's very well done. So this is the Sting sword, and with it comes like more information on it, and it says Sting is an ancient elvish blade. When orcs or goblins are near, the blade glowed blue, alerting the wielder and others who could see it of their presence. Bilbo Baggins had it engraved with the Sindarian text. Translated into English, it reads, "Sting is my name, I am the spider's bane." Of course, we couldn't have an artifact box without something from Harry Potter, so we have these Deathly Hallows socks, which are crazy soft, and they're super long, and like they go pretty far up your leg. So I just love this so much, so I cannot wait to wear those and be the master of death. The next thing we have is this zipper pouch, which says Cal wore a particular coat by E.V.E. Schwab, and this is from A Darker Shade of Magic. On the other side it says as Travers to Travel, and it has a like silhouette that I assume is Cal, since he is mentioned on the back. So if you ever need a pouch, subscribe to Owlcrate because you'll be getting quite a few. It's just, you know, black inside, and this one is by Stylish Bookish Arts, and it's just really pretty and simple. So the next thing we have is a sort of wall tapestry, and it is inspired by the Golden Compass, and it says, "Without stories we wouldn't be human beings at all, Philip Philman." And this is by Holly Dunn Designs, and it's just really well done. It's super small, so you don't need like a giant one like this one that they sent out. But I just absolutely adore that quote. I think it's amazing, and it's really obvious, I think, that it's from the Golden Compass because of the bear and like this little compass thing. The next couple things have to do with the book, so see if you can guess it while I'm talking about it. So what they've started to do this year is Owlcrate has always put in those little buttons that have to go along with the spoiler card, but now what they're doing is they're doing enamel pins, which are all based on the book. This month's it looks like this. It is just this little round kind of medallion looking one, and it says wolves were everywhere, and it's got a little wolf in the middle. And then along with that we have this little luggage tag. It's kind of hard to see, so I'll make sure to put a cut in here, but it has this little kind of picture of the Eiffel Tower from Paris, and on the back it has the title of the book, I believe. So without further ado, let's just get to the book, and it is The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Choshny, and this book is gorgeous. So the difference between the Owlcrate version and the normal version is, as you can see on the cover, all of this is silver, where in the original version it would be kind of a gold color. Another thing that you find different about the cover versus the original one is all of the little flowers on the cover are blue, whereas in the original they are a kind of burgundy red color. And of course it is signed by the author right there. There we go, right there on the front page, which is always exciting. Another thing that I found really cool is when you look at it naked, this part right here, it's got this amazing design on the front, but it also matches the little luggage tag that we got, because you have Paris on the front like it is here, and then on the other side you have that weird looking like Egyptian eye, and that is right there. So this is set in 1889 in Paris, where there are secrets everywhere. Our main character Severin has the chance to redeem his inheritance by going on this long adventure to find this artifact with a bunch of misfits, so they're gonna have to like band together with all of their different aspects of knowledge, and it sounds really, really interesting. And then of course it comes with a letter from the author, and I like this one because it's kind of in this parchment feel, like kind of like what you would see tacked up in the woods if they're looking for like someone wanted. But I adore this. Also, her handwriting is absolutely amazing. It is so pretty. And of course we have our little leaflet that tells us more about the box. On the back is their February theme, which their theme is going to be whimsical beasts. And then on the back it says every box will contain an exclusive item designed by 4 Seasons Fox. That is our January box. But wait, there is more. Yes, I promise you double unboxing. We are now going to go on to our special edition Owlcrate box, which is for The Wicked King, like I said, the sequel to the Cruel Prince that they sent out in January. Now, these are super, super cool. They do them for books, like I said, that they have already given out, like sequels and things like that. And in this, you will get a signed copy of the book that is in a style that matches the one that they sent out. They will also have a bunch of like small little bookish things in here, like a normal Owlcrate, but they're all dedicated to the Cruel Prince or the Wicked King. And Holly Black actually had a hand in picking out everything that's in this box. So this box also comes with a little spoiler card. This one, like I said, is the Wicked King box, a collaboration with Holly Black, and then on the back is everything that is in the box. The first thing I'm going to show you is this absolutely gorgeous scarf that we got. It is cotton and it is black with this gold kind of pattern, and there are crowns and leaves and acorns and like moth things. The one thing about the scarf is that it is incredibly soft. Like, it is really well made. This scarf was designed exclusively by Bookmarked Tattoos. I love it so much because it's not like screams in your face Cruel Prince. Definitely more, I guess you would say, majestic and royal, I guess regal is the word I'm looking for, with the crowns on it. But when you're wearing it, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what it is. So if you want to be sneaky with your fandom, this is a good thing to go with. The next thing in this box is a little candle. It's called the High King, and it's by Alchemy and Ink Bookish Candle Company. And the one thing that I like about this is that it is a wood wick candle, so it'll probably like pop and crackle like a fire when it's lit. I haven't obviously lit it yet, so we will see what actually happens when I do. This is inspired to smell just like Prince Cardan is described in the book, which is like leather, oak wood, and moss. And there's definitely an earthy, outside kind of masculine smell, and I will admit that when I first smelled it, it wasn't my favorite, but it does grow on me, and the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I love the way Alchemy and Ink packages their candles. It's so pretty. The next thing that is in this box comes in this little itty bitty white box, and that is a very, very dainty little acorn necklace. Now this is something that is found by Jude in the book. It's not like too obvious, so it's, if you want to be more subtle with your love for the Cruel Prince, then definitely this is your go-to. It's super pretty and dainty and yeah, very, very minimalistic. The next thing is this bar of soap, and it is called the Undersea, and it is a crystal soap. And if you look really hard, there are like bits and pieces of other things in it, and this is to represent a world that they are going to be going to in the Wicked King. So this is one that we haven't really learned anything about yet, so this is a foreshadowing of what we could see. The next thing might be my favorite thing in this box. and it's going to be a surprise when we talk about it. And that is fairy fruit. It is a tea based on the fruit from the novel. There is this fruit that only the fairies can eat, and if humans eat it, they become like super like hallucinogenic and like start seeing things and also do whatever the fairy says to do. This stuff is amazing. I mean, I don't like tea, and now I do because of this. It's so nice, and it's got bits and pieces of like apple and apricots and stuff in it, and it just smells amazing. And I've already had like multiple cups of this, and I had to stop so I could show you like what it looks like. It smells amazing, and I want more of it. It's an exclusive blend by Ripple's Tea Shop, but it is so good, and now I like fruit tea, so who would have known? The next thing is this really like well-made kind of faux leather pouch, and it says, instead of being afraid, I could become something to fear. And it says the same thing on both sides, and it has this kind of forest look in the back. The next thing is this super adorable double-sided bookmark. One side says, all forests are magic, and the other side says, when his blood falls, things grow. And one quote is from the Cruel Prince, and one quote is from the Wicked King. So you get kind of both sides to that. So of course this is the bookmark I'm going to be using when I read the Wicked King. And as I mentioned earlier in this video, the Owlcrate has started doing those enamel pins, and so they actually started with the Wicked King box, not the January box, because Wicked King did come out, like we got it earlier. So I'm trying to get out of the plastic, and it's just making so much noise. So it looks like this. It's this little rose gold looking one. It has a crown in the middle, and this is very similar to the theme, which will be on the naked cover of the book, which I will show you in a second. It's by a Lovely's Dear. So also with the book comes this little slightly enameled pin with kind of like a bookmark that came from Little Brown Publishing with the book. And if you look, it's got the normal cover that you would see if you were to get it in like any other bookstore. And it says, if it was war she wants, it's war we will give her. And then on the little pin, it's got two swords crossing, and it says, strike and strike and strike again. So the next thing is actually something that's probably going to spoil the end of The Cruel Prince for you. So I will put a timestamp on the screen if you haven't read it and you want to skip to when we actually see the book, because the rest of this doesn't really spoil the book for you, but I think that this does. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous art print, but it is a scene that happens in the end of the book. Okay, if you say, that means you've read the book. So it's this absolutely gorgeous scene from the very, very end of the book when Jude and Cardan have their moment. It is like exactly how she described, the way the blade is, the way she's holding him, like the whole thing, and it's just gorgeous. Like, this art is so pretty. I mean, I love it so much. I also love this scene, so I might be slightly biased. This was illustrated by Melanie Burgos. Last but not least is the actual cover of the book, and it is so pretty, and it matches the other one like perfectly. So this is what the lovely Owlcrate version of The Wicked King by Holly Black looks like. It has the same colors like in the normal cover, but it matches the Owlcrate one perfectly, and for a reference, this is what the Cruel Prince looks like. So I mean, they got it perfectly. And like the other one, it is signed by the author. And then the naked cover looks like this, which, like I said, kind of matches the pen a little bit. It's more like seafoam green. There's definitely more, I would say, underwater feels to this, which probably matches the whole like SeaWorld mermaid thing that they had with the soap, but also there is water on this, so mysteries. And this is what our little letter to the reader from Holly Black is, and if you look, there's like a little mermaid on the bottom, and on the back it has the same cover as the original, and it says, we get power by taking it. So that is it for this box, and I cannot tell you how incredibly excited I am for every single one of these items. We've done a lot of unboxing today, so thank you for sticking with me, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what some of your favorite items were, or if you get these boxes, let me know. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to be part of this awesome growing family. I have all of my social media down below if you would like to follow along on those. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!